What's going on YouTube? Winning Image here today, and I'm out to bring you guys kind of a more serious kind of talk video on why Cardfight Con is taking place and some of the idea and merit behind it. There's a little bit of misconceptions with some of the comments that I read, and I do read everything, and this is the most serious I'm gonna get with y'all. So without further ado, kick back, relax, and enjoy, because next week Cardfight Con I know is gonna blow y'all's minds. So I've been doing this for such a long time, and I've received some insane comments, all the way from like, "Hey man, love what you're doing," but to the negative side, we have, "Hey, you should kill yourself because I don't agree with your deck profile," which honestly I don't really care, just because why so serious? It's just a card game. But at the same time, with November just happening, I'm a big proponent of Movember. Men's mental health isn't actually talked a lot about. So to really understand why I started Cardfight Con, you have to go all the way back to February or March. Yeah, March. Wow, it's been so long. So right before the pandemic hit, I had my first college lacrosse season as a freshman. We just had our first 5-game win streak, and we were rolling. We were about to make the playoffs and potentially win a championship. And all signs point to us we were. The first conference championship in that team's history. And as you guys know, that's a big deal. And then the game that we had before the pandemic hit was against the school that we thought we were going to beat, but then they ended up blowing us out. And it was really, really sad, because it's usually like you live to see another day, but then when we got heard that our season had been canceled, it really took a toll on me, because I understand this might be like a little conceited or self-centered, but one of the things that I really enjoyed about that whole experience, just throughout my life playing lacrosse, is that I would wake up every day and have something to look forward to. So when I started Winning Image in May, I just gave that as kind of my replacement, and it really became a part of my life. Just giving myself something to wake up and look forward to every day, especially during this difficult times to where you can't see your friends and hang out, was something really powerful for me, and it really enhanced my experience in life right now, because I'm usually very hands-on with volunteering, and I'm really closely connected to a lot of volunteer and charity organizations, even starting my own, and it's just really something that I enjoy. Now, how this ties into Cardfight Con is, with the tournaments being canceled this year, I really wanted to show this game that, because the game was really stagnant after the pandemic hit. Nothing was really happening in the community outside of card reveals. When I put this whole thing together and found my fellow admin team, we all wanted to put something together that the community would enjoy. And then what became my idea became our vision. And it's super humbling to be in a position to where I'm working with 9 other people that all want to make this happen. Just know when you're going into Cardfight Con next week that it's truly out of love for the game. And that leads into the first misconception that I think people had, because people always thought oh, it's because they hate Bushiroad and whatnot. Usually that's how it works in Cardfight Vanguard. Every time a content creator does something, it's usually because oh, they're against Bushiroad, but it's really not. We do this, and every creator involved does this because they love Cardfight Vanguard, and we all want to see this game grow and succeed. And Cardfight Con is just one of our means of doing that. So, and that leads into some of the frequently asked questions that I was going to answer in this video, which is Bushiroad affiliation. So I flirted with the idea of Bushiroad affiliation with my fellow admin team since we started this thing, and then when we all talked about it, we decided to really not push forward with it, because this is the first event that we're doing. Yeah, expansion. And we want it to be our vision for it. That's a pun. We want it to be our vision, and with that being said, we don't want to be held down by some of the constraints that, even though it's a fan-run event, that outside influence could have on us. So that's why we don't have Bushiroad's affiliation at this time. It's something that we would be open to in the future, but for now, because it's the first one and we all want our opinions to be heard, and I made sure that nothing negative was said about Bushiroad, that was one of the first rules that we had when we reviewed our content to make sure that the bushy bash as we call it is limited, doesn't really take place. Like I said, we all just want to see this through our vision, and that's how we have it for now. Next one is content creator selection. Okay, this is a really hard one for me to talk about. I've received so many messages, and some of our admins have received messages about like, hey, why isn't this person on? Why isn't X person on? And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And first of all of us really appreciate everybody's interest in it. But at the same time, we all can't go without our means. You know, we all work so hard to make this event happen that by adding more than a certain amount of people, it would have to spread our means too thin after we've already expanded from 25 to 50 creators. Yeah, originally it was only going to be 25. And now we have like 53 altogether. As much as I could apologize for how many we missed, and all of us could apologize for how many we missed, we'd offered ways for people to submit content as a way of kind of balancing that. But just know that we're trying the best we can, and going forward, we definitely want to have some of the people involved or mentioned on the con. And one of the cool things with some of the people that submitted content is that I was exposed to some of the new creators creating great positive content for Cardfight Vanguard. And I think some of you guys will be introduced to some of these guys because some of them are not as known. A lot of them have under 1K subs. So you're able to kind of see in fact, some of them have even under 100 subs. So you're able to see like some of the cool content that's out there and some of these creators that you might have not seen before without this event. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about our values. So we have 3 values that we described at our admin meetings that go into Cardfight Con, that are inclusivity. We want to make sure that everybody that's in this event feels inclusive of everything that we're doing, which is why we try to be very transparent in our practices, make sure that everybody's in the loop of what's going on. Kindness, we all want to have a mutual respect for each other and make sure that we have everything done in a timely and orderly manner. And then that also ties into the third one, which is respect, because respect extends outside of the creator realm, is that we all want to have respect for the game as a whole. So some of the rules that we wrote for the event, which all of our admins and creators follow, reflect all those practices. And when you go and watch Cardfight Con next week, just know it's all going to be positive content. There's going to be no negative stuff being said, and know that you're going to have a good time. So I just wanted to have this quick sit down with you guys and kind of just clear up some misconceptions, because this is a video that I thought I wasn't going to have to make. But then after reading some of the misconceptions and comments, I felt I had to. So I want to thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next week at Cardfight Con.